Hello and welcome to Sangoma Society. My name is Uhani Wagamakwakwa UMakhosi Nomabutho Emsamo, and this is where we demystify all things pertaining the ancestral. Now, in our last episode, we spoke about when and how to know that it's time to maybe ask for help and make an appointment with Sangoma. So I was talking more regarding the readiness of yourself with regards to consulting. And today I'd like to speak about what happens when you make an appointment with Sangoma. In the old days, you didn't really have the opportunity to make an appointment, Nisangoma. It was a matter of you are told where a trusted healer is situated, whether that be by a family member or friend, word of mouth, and then perhaps that person, if they had consulted there before, would then take you to that healer, or perhaps, you would make the journey by yourself. But essentially, there was no appointment, you just rocked up and see what happens. And it's not just the old days, but I could definitely say that there are many healers, izangoma nezinyanga, abaprofiti, who still work in that way, whereby they don't, take appointments, but work with people ad hoc as and when they arrive. Now, in those circumstances, sometimes you hear these stories like, oh, a person went enyangeni so far away, trekked in the mountains to get to this place, and then next thing magafika inyanga yamshaya, like, wow, why would that happen? Or a person, traveled so far away from home, you had to take a several days trip, get to this place, and then the healer would not see you, or you were made to sit and wait, and people arrived after you, and then they were helped, but not you, all kinds of things happened. And then you ask yourself, what's happening? What's going on? Why would this happen? Because, these people chose to be healers and now they don't want to do the work, what's going on? And there's so much, I think, misunderstanding around why that could be. Many healers have what we call umkhokha wedlozi. If I was to try to equate it to something in English, it would be a hyper empathetic frequency. How it manifests is that a healer might experience certain symptoms that a patient has before the patient arrives. A healer might experience certain urges, shifts, thought patterns, dreams even, which are not their own, but those of a pending patient. Now, you might ask, why would that happen? Surely that's something that should happen once the consultation has begun, that now you start to feel these things and you're able to share them. Well, we don't all have the same relationship with our ancestors, right? Some of us have these relationships wherein we know that if I dream a certain pattern of dreams, if there's a color theme of this nature, or if this person shows up in my dream, or if I dream myself in this place, or if I'm wearing this in my dream. You know, we keep notes of how our dreams are working, you know, and then we say, oh, those are dreams that are coming from the ancestors, and we try to follow the guidance that we derive from those dreams. Or we get a sense or an urge to go to a certain place, be it a mountain, be it a river, you know, or call a certain person or visit a certain person. And then we follow those urges, you know, and we maybe connect frequently with our ancestors by burning impepo at home, by keeping certain practices alive in our day-to-day lives. Some of us do that, right? And those amongst us who do, your ancestors, you know, if you make an appointment, Sangoma, oh, great, she's going to get clarity on this number. Great, awesome. We've been waiting for that. And then they wait patiently until the day of the appointment comes, and when their appointment time arrives, then they come through and they say what needs to be said, and you leave with your clarity. And then there's other people where, you guys, then there's those people, ne? You have a dream, and the dream scares you because you think it has a certain meaning. And just on that basis, you don't want to entertain it any further, and you just try to distance yourself as much as possible. You start drinking before bed, you do this, you do that, you avoid sleeping at the time where you know that your dreams are going to be most frequent. So if you're dreaming really hectic dreams and every time you wake up, it's like 2:30, 3 a.m., then you're like, okay, I'm gonna move my life around so that I'm only going to sleep at 2:30, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to avoid that whole time where I could actually, you know, be under the attack of this communication, where all these things that get between yourself and your ancestors. You have no practice between yourself and your ancestors. And then the day that you feel that you really cannot carry on this way, you say, let me make an appointment with a Sangoma. Or you say, let me go to a Sangoma. Maybe you thought about the person a month ago and you just made up your mind, yeah, I'm gonna go to that person as soon as I get money. You know, nice excuse in the interim. And then you don't go. And then, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Then you don't. Then eventually you do, and then you rock up at that person's gate and they turn you away. And you go, but why? Now, it's worse in this day and age, because now we have cell phones, we have social media, we have email. You know, a person was on all these platforms before they became a Sangoma, and then now you know that this person is a healer, that old acquaintance of yours. Oh yeah, we used to vibe. Maybe that person can actually help me. Let me make an appointment. Okay, I'll come on Saturday. Saturday comes, oh, Saturday 8 p.m. You remember now mid-groove that, oh crap, now you send that WhatsApp. And now that person is not interested in talking to you. And it's like, but what's the beef? I forgot, right? Let me give you a nice illustration of what happens to some of us when you make appointments. Because you have not been listening to your ancestors in some instances, when you make these appointments, you basically open a path between yourself and Sangoma, and your ancestors jump on that person because you weren't listening. They need that person to understand how urgent it is that this particular message gets through to them. Now that person is going through all the things because of you. And you know what? Because Umthetho Weshova says you don't just call a person and start telling them their stories, because their things need to arrive to them when they are also ready to meet their things, right? A person, you cannot just tell them a truth that they are not ready to accept and digest. So now, because we're here to heal, not to harm with information that people are not ready for, now we sit, we wait patiently for you to show up for your appointment. Then you've forgotten, oh my goodness, time got away from you, my word, you were busy, you forgot that, you know, all the excuses. 30 minutes before you remember that you don't have money. Huh? And now all that anguish has been for naught. Do you understand? So if you want these things to be simpler, to be easier, the first step is to begin a practice that involves yourself and your ancestors on a one-on-one basis. Use your white candle. Just start there. Don't have to use Impepo, you don't have to use Isnave, you don't have to go anywhere. Start there. Start by readying yourself for your truth and by accepting what it is that you are shown. I hope that this has brought more understanding on the dynamics involved when making appointments nezangoma. My name is UMakhosi Nomabutho Emsamo, Nginguhani Wagamakwakwa Epaseni, and I am Honey Tell a Story on all social media platforms. If you have any questions about what I've spoken on today, please pop them right down in the comment section below. If you would like to make an appointment with me, please use the booking link in the description box below. Until next time, Makhosi.